Welcome to my Let's Play of Spelunky. This is episode 22, and I'm Psychedelic Eyeball. Joining me for this one update is Devious Vacuum.
Hello!
Hello, hello! So, essentially in this one update, we're gonna play as you.
I'm a robot!
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I am in real life as well.
Yep.
I'm a robot and a scientist.
Yep, and this robot is all about science. So this is why, for this one update, because this robot is so highly advanced, it's not gonna need any kind of upgrades or items in order to finish the game. So we're not gonna pick up any items, and we're not gonna use any bombs or ropes neither.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's about as fun as you probably could expect. It's like, this is pretty much one of those challenges that ended up being better in theory than it was in practice, and we're just gonna see that later whenever the actual run will be over, because holy shit, I had to restart that challenge a whole lot, and often it wasn't really because of my fault.
Well, this robot has already gone way farther and been much more robust than any actual robot that is, used in research today. It's already way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, so do you ever build any robots that do spelunking like that, or they have to do some other stuff?
I don't personally, but there are robots that are meant to go into hazardous and dirty environments. There's a lot in the field of rescue robotics, which are little robots that go through like rubble and collapsed buildings to try to look for survivors and rescue people, and to establish contact between those people and the outside. And they have the same. A lot of them have like tank treads, like that the little robot has. Not a lot of them have adorable faces, though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do they have smiles like that as well, than fresh white teeth?
Well, it's not really smiling, he's just kind of going, eeeeee!
Yeah,
he's trying really hard to smile. He does not understand the human emotion of friendship.
I like snails. I must make contact with my whip. Beep boop, beep boop.
That's exactly how they talk.
Yeah, I did my fair share of studies into robotism as well. Wait, is this robotic or robotism? I don't know.
Robotics. I think robotism might be some sort of prejudice against robots.
Either that or religion, or a sect based around robots.
That too. Well, are you a subscriber of robotism then?
I haven't heard of it too much so far. So yeah, right now I'm pretty much just using the idol as an excuse to do something else, because at this point I'm like, I want to be able to play with some stuff, but I have absolutely nothing, so might as well get some free money while we're at it. You don't have any upgrade, but you still need some money in order to build yourself a new home or something. I'm not too sure how it works.
Well, throwing heavy things at people's heads, if that doesn't count as an item, then I think you're good. You can manage.
Yeah. Essentially, what we mean by item is pretty much just like stuff like the boomerang, weapons, and all sort of these other things that you can collect, and which will make my life a whole lot easier. For instance, earlier we had to skip on a pair of boots and avoid them altogether because, oh no, I'm not allowed to have them.
That was a nice shot back there, by the way, when you threw the frog directly into the plant's mouth.
Oh yeah.
It was a pro shot. Robo-dunk.
Yep. It was built in order to do that. Or hit, or whatever gender this robot is.
Oh, well. In actual research, we try to make our robots genderless, which means that they inevitably read as male. So it's okay if you call the robot a boy.
Alright. But this
Why do you think this robot was built?
Uh,
Was he built to spelunk, or was he built for something else and he just happens to be in a cave?
Well, you just rescued him on a spaceship, so apparently he was made by aliens, and he escaped, and right here he just wants his own quest for freedom. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get all of the freedom in the world.
Ah, yes. So he's got to make enough money, of course, to be able to, start his own robot army, maybe, after he gets out.
Yeah, either that or he's gonna build himself a robot apartment.
Well, that's step one.
Yep.
The apartment comes before the army.
Yeah, after all, it's pretty easy to have an apartment. After all that you need is one tiny room on which you squeeze yourself in, and then you have a closet which is as big as a regular house.
Oh man, are you speaking from experience?
Yep.
Are you recording this live from your closet?
Yes.
It could be worse. It could be a basement.
Yeah. But either way, this is one place where we're not gonna see too much sun, unless it's one of those closets that have a whole lot of windows all over the place.
Maybe the robot has one of those built-in UV lamps that, like, gives you the sun's healing rays to prevent you from getting sad when it's winter.
Oh yeah.
If I was gonna go spelunking, I would bring one.
Yeah, a solar-powered robot. Although I don't think for this one instance it will work really, really well.
No, it produces sunlight. It doesn't absorb the sunlight.
Ah, okay.
That would be silly. You'd get in a negative feedback loop and you wouldn't make it very far at all.
Well, what if you absorb sunlight and you were able to produce it all at once?
Well, then you would have solved an energy crisis. And to think all that technology is, it could be unleashed to the world if only this little guy makes it out of these caves.
Yeah, but this is why we're gonna succeed. Also, this one dragonfly was really getting in my way.
So which area was the most difficult to go through with no items?
Oh yeah, I gotta say, it pretty much goes on an increasing rank of difficulty. The worst one is by far the temple, because there's a lot of situations where you can be screwed over by the level design, and yeah, by the way, that was the last character that we needed to unlock,
No.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna wait another day because I'm not rescuing him. I said I'm gonna do a no-item run, and I'm gonna stick to my word, and even if I was gonna use my bombs and ropes in order to get there, I'm not even sure I could have made it. And yeah, just in case I didn't have any gold here, this one caveman was pretty much rendered himself as a volunteer in order to clear the way for me. Yeah. Also, I really, really hate those enemies.
Too bouncy, too fast.
Yeah, if I had some items to throw at him, it probably wouldn't be too bad, but it didn't happen to be the case. And here we are, we're already done with this one level, and we're about ready for the final challenge. It's pretty much gonna be a traditional whole mech fight, but the twist here, we're not allowed to use our bombs or ropes, so we're gonna have to be really conservative in the fight, because we're gonna have to make him dig through all of the floor, and also, since we cannot use ropes in order to escape, we must make sure that we can always get out at all times, so...
Oh god.
Yeah, that fight is gonna take a while.
Do you fast forward at all, or are we here for the long ride?
We're gonna be here for the long ride. After all...
Oh no!
After all, whenever the things actually get a little bit more difficult, it kind of has to be seen at least, because it's like the other fights that I did were really uneventless because I just threw bombs into one gigantic corridor and that was the entire fight, but here things are a bit more difficult.
Here you go, Thread.
Yep.
You asked for it.
Yep.
It's yours. We're gonna very slowly work our way down.
Yeah, although we're gonna speed things up a little bit whenever we're gonna start getting to the bottom of this. Essentially what we want is to make sure so that none of the jumps are higher than like 2 blocks, because otherwise we're not gonna be able to climb out. Unless that we get whole mech to create minions that we can jump onto just in order to make it so that it'll be easier. And thank you for making me explosive frogs, because this is gonna speed up the process a little bit. And yeah, I know this is not the most eventful thing in the world, but yeah, some of the suggestion of challenges that I got probably would have been way worse than that, so I'd say in overall we're still on the good side of things.
No offense, person who asked for this challenge. I'm sure you're a lovely person. We're not saying you have poor judgment or anything, but I mean, there's a certain amount of poor judgment that comes with playing Spelunky to begin with.
I'm sure that there's not as much bad judgment for playing it like 200 hours like I did though.
Oh god.
I hope. Because otherwise I am so screwed. Alright, and we are done. Thankfully this was not too hard in the end. But yeah.
It all worked out.
Yeah, but as we're going to see pretty soon, things are gonna get really, really ugly because whenever I will get to the segment of Chronicles from Another Life, we're gonna see many of the ways where this run can pretty much go to hell and where it's like, it's not really your fault and therefore this challenge can really bite whenever it pretty much decides to. Because honestly, if there wasn't that many maps which just ended up being impossible to win, this probably wouldn't have taken long to do, and holy shit, I got Spelunky again for some reason.
Whoa. Well, there you go.
Yeah. I guess I only got it because I sped all the way to the beginning portion of the game and then took my sweet time against Solmix. So,
oh
yeah.
gosh, this is a lot of minutes.
Yeah, so Chronicle from Another Life. Yeah. Now, yeah, we're gonna have to go through this without any item. Right here, I'm just like, okay, what the fuck am I doing?
Fine.
Okay.
Oh god,
Yeah.
you got Tetris, son.
Yeah, there's too many blocks that one person can take. And now we're gonna have another scenario where things probably could also get really ugly. Right now, there's no way I can get out of here. Oh, or maybe I do because this one Magma Man has freed the way for me. So now I can finally progress, but I'm gonna wait for him to disintegrate so that it's safe. Oops. I should have waited somewhere else.
What was that?
Yeah, because I just thought, okay, there's no way that Magma Man can jump here.
Oh man.
And yeah, right here.
Oh!
Yeah, when I'm talking about bullshit level design that is impossible to solve with no item. Yeah, I'm stuck here. There's absolutely no way I can make it through this one obstacle, so time to restart.
Aww.
And sometimes it's even worse because the game doesn't even give you the illusion that you can succeed. No, there's a statue blocking the entire path that I must take. So, yep, that's how it ends.
Oh, can I just say that the fact that the little robot guy's nose lights up when he gets hurt is adorable and fantastic.
Yeah, and also when he's not in balance, whenever he's tangling in front of a ledge, his nose starts blinking yellow. And we have another problem here. We cannot go through this mummy because it's blocking the entire path. So now, in order for me to go through it, I must whip it to death. And yeah, a mummy needs to be whipped 10 times in order for it to die.
Oh god.
I think I managed to get something like 6 damage off of him, but he eventually prevailed because it's way easier for him to kill me than it is for me to kill him. And we have yet another problem here. There's no way that we can get across this barrel of explosive here, or do we? Yeah, sometime you have to be really patient because, yeah, that one bat up here is our ticket to freedom.
Oh no!
Yep, that's what we're indeed gonna have to do. The long and boring way out. Yep. And some other time you just get a really hectic moment where you just have to go through pretty much hell in order to be able to go to your goal. It's like, I have to fight off 1,000,000 of these, and it's like, holy shit, I'm kicking so much ass right now, I'm awesome! And now, yeah, just look on the right. It's another jump that I cannot possibly make.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, nope, I do not jump far enough, and if I jump from the pool, I don't jump high enough neither, so, yep, all of that for nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire challenge in a nutshell. And some other time, you just get level design, which also really doesn't help, because there's no way to get through without hurting yourself. So you always gotta make sure you to have some health, because otherwise you are screwed. And some other times where there's absolutely no way to go through it at all. Yep. Good luck.
I would have thought you would have died a lot more in the ice caves because you have to make so many jumps where you can't see, but
yeah, and
more of it making those impossible jumps everywhere.
Yeah. So we had a couple of tales from the shopkeeper. Earlier that was me hurting a shopkeeper in the stupidest way ever, and we finally got to see a shopkeeper whose store was completely inaccessible. So now, the whole mech fight. Now, I just screwed myself over because there is no way I can jump out of here. Or can I? It's like, I'm kind of screwed, so I guess I'm just gonna continue to see if things can go right. Then whole mech brings me salvation, because now I can jump on this snake and I'll be able to make my way out of here. So it's like, hell yes, I'm gonna do it, I can finally win this one challenge. And it was about time too, so... Yep.
I was sitting there like, what's gonna happen?
Yep.
And that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, it didn't end with a bang, but with a whimper.
Aww.
And that'll be it for this one challenge of trying to beat the game without any items. Unfortunately, it was not as fun as I thought it could have been, but it was a good idea in the least. So thank you, Devious Vacuum, for sitting alongside with me for this one update.
Hooray, good suggestion, Thread. I'm not judging you at all.
So, coming up next, 2 spelunkers is a good idea? Think again.